Hello, Little Elephant Journal readers. Oh. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone on Elephant Journal. My name is Kathryn Budig, and I am going to show you how to make some homemade chocolates in time for Valentine's Day. I've already heard a lot of people talking about how they kind of dread Valentine's Day because it's hard for those that are in relationships or the pressure is on. And I personally think of it as a holiday that is a brilliant excuse to eat or make a lot of chocolate. So I've already started, and I'm going to show you today how easy it is and delicious. And if you do have someone special in your life, it's really nice to make this for them. I personally make it for myself all the time because I'm in a relationship with myself right now. So these are the things you're going to need. You're going to need cacao. So this is raw, organic cacao, which if you can find is really great. It's an actual powder. It smells really, really nice. So you have that, but if that's difficult for you to find, you can always go for the good old-fashioned Ghirardelli unsweetened cocoa powder. So that's an option as well. And then you're going to need some coconut butter or oil. You're going to need some raw cacao butter. And all this stuff, you guys, if you can get organic or raw, it does make a difference. And this is cacao butter if you've never seen it before. It's a big hunk of butter, okay, but it's nice and hard, so you might want to let it sit out for a little bit. So you're going to shave off even portions of your coconut oil and coconut butter. And then you're also going to need some pink Himalayan sea salt. If that's a little fancy for you, regular sea salt will do the trick. We're going to want to have some organic vanilla extract, very tasty, delicious. Raw agave nectar. For those of you who are not familiar with agave, this is a natural sweetener, much better than your white table sugar that you would use. If you don't have agave, you can also go for a raw honey. That would be good news. We're going to want some almond butter. Doesn't have to be raw. Obviously, you're seeing a theme. I'm kind of into the raw food so right now. And then these are just a little additional things to make things yummy. Cinnamon, very good for the heart, also quite delicious. And also, if you have any espresso powder, coffee powder, just to give it a little kick. So these are all of your ingredients that you're going to have, and then you're going to need a bowl. And what I've been doing is I've been heating a mixture of coconut and cacao and pour it into a little mixing bowl. So I basically, when I do it, I use a pretty even mixture of the cacao and the coconut. It really depends on what flavor you like. Be careful with the coconut oil because it can start to get a little on the strong side. Okay, so let's take a look here. So we've got our oil. Then we're going to move in for the cacao powder or the cocoa powder. We're going to start to empty that into the mix. Okay, now I can't say I'm really good about giving specific amounts. I'm kind of one of those cooks that likes to taste as I go. So experiment. Hey, there I am, still here. All right, so you mix in your chocolate, and then you're going to take your vanilla and do about half a teaspoon of the vanilla. Pour that bad boy in. Give it a little spin. Oh, did you see that steam come out? So exciting. All right, and then, oh my gosh. And then we're going to go for the agave nectar or your honey, depending on what you're using. Now, I would go for about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. Again, taste it. It really depends on how sweet you like it. So if you're more of a dark chocolate kind of person, you're going to want to go a little bit easier. From my experience, a lot of men are a little uptight with dark chocolate, and I know y'all are out there that do like dark chocolate, so don't get ruffled if you're one of them. You know, if you're making this for someone in your life who's more of a milk chocolate kind of person, you're going to want to amp up your agave content. Now, okay, almond butter. You want to take a nice big scoop. This is optional, obviously, if you have any kind of allergies with nuts. You'll skip this part, but the nice part about the almond butter is that it gives it some texture once we put it into its mold. So you just throw that in Let's see, you can get some viewage of the chocolate here. Haha. So we're mixing that almond butter in, and just kind of keep folding it with the spoon. It will be resistant because almond butter is creamy and it likes to clump. So just keep folding it. You can push it against the sides of the bowl until you can start to see the almond butter doing nice swirls into your chocolate. Okay, so we've got that. All right, then we're going to take the sea salt. Now, a note to those of you who've never had salt and chocolate together. You've not lived. This stuff is ridiculous. Chocolate and salt are a match made in heaven. I think that they would totally have a hot date on Valentine's Day. There's something about the salt when it hits chocolate that just amplifies the flavor. A lot of loud rock and roll, awesome music going on in your mouth. So you add the salt and maybe just, oh my god, it's turning out really well. You throw a little bit of that in. Now, if you're going for the coffee, you want to take these little coffee crystals, okay? It's just going to look like ground coffee. And you're going to mix it with hot water, just a pinch. Maybe just a little shot fill. So get some hot water going. There we go. And you're going to take your coffee crystals, about half a tablespoon or so. Mix that up. You can swig it, or you can be a little more traditional and actually mix it. See, then it looks like we have a little bit of espresso here, and you're going to pour your espresso into the chocolate as well, and give that a mix. All right, you guys, seriously, it's so good. All right, now you got to taste it and see. Oh man, I mean, it's like hurt your feelings. Good, you know what I mean? I hope you do. If you don't, eat more chocolate. You'll catch up. That's what I'm talking about. All right, now, the other thing that you need, I don't think I mentioned this yet. It's one of these guys. So you can get these at Sur La Table, Williams-Sonoma, in the baking section normally. They're just little plastic tins of molds. And this one I thought was appropriate. It's hearts for Valentine's Day. If you're more of a badass, you can go for arrows or something like that. But so you have your molds, and we are now going to do the simple duty of pouring the chocolate into the molds. All right, voila, molds. And did you notice the pink bowl? I even have on a pinkish shirt for Valentine's Day here. Really getting in the mood. So once you have everything nicely mixed in, you just start to gently ladle your chocolate into the mold. And just get enough of your chocolate so that it fills to the rim. So what happens is once we get done ladling all these guys up, we're going to throw this in the freezer. And it really will not take that long. You'll put them in the freezer, I don't know, I'm going to say maybe 20 minutes or so. Don't quote me on that one. You're going to have to keep testing. And then you will just pop them out of the freezer, not refrigerator. Put them in the freezer. That's what's going to get them to mold together. Okay. So this is going to take a while. I already have some made in my freezer, which I will go get for you right now. Drum roll, please. These are made in the form of leaves. And as you can see, I've already enjoyed lots of them. So what you do is you can flip this upside down. These are really delicate, so you just push on the other side, and it pops the chocolate out just like that. It's so sweet. It's really, really beautiful. And this one is just a little chocolate leaf. Yeah. I know Valentine's Day is supposed to be about love and going out on nice dates, but I'm telling you, Valentine's Day is about eating really good chocolate. So have fun with this. Be creative. If you have other ingredients that you really like, nuts, coconut flakes, sometimes a little cayenne pepper, make it spicy. Chili pepper is really delicious. Just have fun, explore. So from my heart and my kitchen to yours, have a wonderful, wonderful Valentine's Day, and enjoy. Buon appetito.